Harvard's endowment is $53.2 billion.
Huge.
Assume they make 7% return. They're making $4 billion a year in income generated from those investments in that endowment. I think there's two really important questions. One is, should the role of the federal government be to give out money equally to institutions, or should the role be to give money to the institutions that are going to provide the highest ROI for America? Or is the goal to redistribute wealth? And is that the point of federal spending and federal expenditures? So, you could kind of think about Harvard, MIT, and a few other institutions that have truly great research institutions embedded within them as being the best ROI for America from a grant perspective. When you're giving out research grants, that's the best place, because it just like any other great technology company, it accumulates capital because it accumulates talent. And that has a network effect. And now you've got a few institutions that have a monopoly on high quality talent. And as a result, it's the best ROI for America. Is that what the federal government is investing in? Or should the federal government be trying to support universities all over the place that are more in need, particularly a university that has $53 billion of capital? Do they really need the federal funds? So then the next question, I think, is like, what is the limit on the government's ability to influence whether or not an institution gets their capital? Is it statutory? Is it mandated by law? Or does it become politically motivated, socially motivated, et cetera? Because in other parts of how we're seeing decisions being made, we're saying Chevron doctrine was thrown out. And when Chevron doctrine gets thrown out, we can't rely on the regulatory scrutiny of the administrators of the capital. We have to rely on the law. And is there a law that they're relying on? And I think that's the key question, is to have the administration point to the laws that they believe are being violated to kind of make, I would say, a strongly defensible argument about why they would withhold the capital, to make sure that they're compliant with the law and whatnot, and have it not be kind of, just we would prefer to see you do things differently because we think it's socially better. So I think those are kind of the two key points. Whether or not these institutions deserve nonprofit status, I don't know why an institution that has $53 billion of capital and is making probably $4 or $5 billion a year shouldn't pay taxes on that income. That income is being used in a variety of ways to build nice buildings. And there's IP that's held by these institutions. That IP is used to start startups. They get equity in the startups. They have income streams on their IP. I mean, they really do operate like technology development centers. So, what is the original kind of reason for saying that they should be tax exempt? The majority of the capital is not being used to educate students. The majority of the capital is being used to reinvest, to make new capital.